Hello and welcome to the video for how to use the settings dialog in Jumper Judge Dashboard. So the settings dialog can be accessed by clicking on the little cogs icon in the upper right hand corner. And this is a dialog you should definitely go to and set up before a class starts and show your judging. So you enter the show name, give it an abbreviation. This is just used to post files to the web. If you're judging classes for a particular organization and want all those results grouped together on the web, just enter the same org ID as you've done at the other classes for that organization. Give the ring a name, put in your name as judge. If you'd like to capture the course designer, you can do that, that's optional. Your output drives, you can write all the results to your primary hard drive. You can also perhaps put in a thumb drive and indicate that by the drive letter assigned by Windows. You can specify your displacement time penalty, so when there's a displacement, default here is 6 seconds. You can have sounds played as you're using Jumper Judge Dashboard. Little results recap screen can be optional. You can use FEI rules just by checking this box. And if you want to do live updates to the on-course web page, make sure that's checked and those results get posted to equessentials.com. Equessentials does not charge for that use of their website for posting results, so you're encouraged to use that option. JJD does have an optional 45-second clock. You can turn that on by checking that box. Now for running multiple cards at one time, it's very handy to have the multiple instances of Jumper Judge Dashboard all using different colors. So the color options here, you can set each time you start a new instance of Jumper Judge Dashboard. Improve outdoor readability. If you check that, if you're outdoors using your computer, this will basically just make the interface in Jumper Judge Dashboard a little more bold and more visible. Now we've got 4 rulebook preferences. We support USEF, of course, also Equine Canada, FEI, and recently added Equestrian Australia. So check that box, because when you access the rulebook through Jumper Judge Dashboard, the appropriate rulebook in PDF format will come up for you. So timer mode, the backup timer stopwatch in Jumper Judge Dashboard, that's the default to set it as backup. If you are timing it, maybe a show that's got no timers, you can set the timer mode to official, but most folks are going to use it as a backup. And if you've got the interface to the FarmTech timing equipment set up, you'll definitely want to click Get Time from FarmTech. Jump results recording preference, the overall most preferred method is going to be jump by jump, but there is an option to do faults at, so where you just enter the jump number where faults occurred. You can try that out, but most folks like the jump by jump. Now the entry information file settings, this is where you set up an interface to a file from the show management system being used at your show. There's a separate video on the details of setting this up and also a lot of information in the help file. But basically, Jumper Judge Dashboard can read tab or comma delimited files. You just set up the file name and then you indicate which field numbers map to the fields in the file. A little more advanced, and that's why we have a separate video on it, and the help file is also useful. We have a couple options for live interfaces to a couple of the more prominent show management systems, Showgrounds Live and Show Management System. So with those options you can get entry information automatically from those systems over the web, and with Showgrounds Live you can post results back to Showgrounds Live for live jump-by-jump results. So that concludes the video on using the settings dialog. Again, a very important dialog to get properly configured and set up before you use Jumper Judge Dashboard at a show.